Hey everybody! Hi! Hello! Hello, hello! I am Trooper SJP and this is the Academic Foxhole! How are you all? What are you all doing? What is happening? What's new? What's exciting? I'm here! Hey Krellin! I wish I could have been here earlier. You know, it is that time of the semester. This has been a hard semester in ways that are sort of insane. Like, all of the grades are due Monday morning, and all of my papers, hopefully, all of the papers have come in last night and this afternoon, and I've got to email my TAs to talk about having grading them and getting those things done, and I have to do that, of course. But I'm also on a job search committee, so we were doing job search interviews today, and we're at that moment where everybody like wants to have extra. Ooh, pardon me. So sorry about that. Extra meetings, and like extra meetings involve like they're like, can you do a meeting? Like, and I was like, maybe. I don't know. So, what am I doing? I'm trying to decide on a set of gifts for a Bubasti werecat. Oh, well, that's interesting. Okay, the music's very dramatic right now, isn't it? Let me turn that down for you a little bit. Or actually, all I have to do is actually just click out here. Let's see. Bubasti werecat. Let me think. Like set of gifts for Bubasti werecat. Made it better. Why would I want? Oh, we just get like a lot of extra meetings that are happening right now, and I've got meetings like all day tomorrow. Tomorrow's like Friday. We don't normally have meetings on Fridays, but I've got meetings all day tomorrow, and also Colos. And also, I still need to get my grading done, which is due Monday at 9 o'clock in the morning. And I need to sort of coordinate with my TAs about grading. And I've got to get my CV finished because they need that right now. And also, like, I've got things I got to do, but like, I'm going to spend all day on meetings. Like, what's up with that? I don't think I like that. I don't think I like it. Um, I'm here, but on the phone about what is looking like a fraudulent bank charge. Ooh, good luck on that fraudulent bank charge. Those things are the worst. So let me think. Um, I I don't mind meetings necessarily. Theoretically, I don't mind meetings. But I was in the army this one time, you know? Yes. I mean, I'm glad you're here with us, but why are you here with us, Trooper? Why am I here with you? What, if I did not spend like, what is it going to be now? Like 2 hours, two and a quarter, two and a half. I might get 2 hours of time today. If I didn't spend 2.5 hours with you all, like, I think I would just be sad. Do you know what I mean? Like, could you? Because like what I could be doing right now is just doing more work. So I'd have done work all day today. There's no hot water in the dorm that I live in, by the way, and I don't know why. I hope they fix it. And then also, like, I could just do, and then all day, like, I could just do that, but then I would be sad. You know? I feel like I should have some time that does not involve doing work. This is my thought. Oh, I also spent $50 on cat food. My cat probably won't eat today. Oh no! Oh, you know, cats are so finicky sometimes. By the way, I'm in my kneeling chair because I thought that would be fun today. Um, uh, I'm still thinking about this thing about the idea of a gift for a Bubasti werecat. What about some kind of enchanted, like, okay, how about some kind of neck piece that's kind of like a cat collar, but because it's enchanted, it'll change shape when the Bubasti werecat also change shape, right? So, like, in one form, it looks like one thing, but in another form, it looks like another thing. So, some kind of like cool, like, and maybe it's something that does something like what? Uh, so let's see. Let me think. Okay, so sometimes you'll take a collar and you'll put on a cat, put a bell on it so that you can know where the cat is, so the cat doesn't run around doing shenanigans without you seeing it. It's like an anti-stealth device. So what if what you give them is a pro stealth device? It's like a cat collar, but it's a pro stealth device. It gives them stealth bonuses or camouflage bonuses, like some kind of like stealth camouflage bonuses. Those are my thoughts on that one. Um, so hi, how are you? I hope everyone is doing well. I have thought that I want to share with you, and it is this. Oh, I don't think I actually. You know what I didn't do? I didn't announce that we were streaming in uh, the Discord chat. Let me do that right now. Hey everyone, I'm live with the long dark. Join me now, and boom. Twitch. That's not how you spell that word. Twitch.tv/trooper SJP. Boom. Okay, and done. Good. Yes. Good. Finished. Okay. I didn't notice it was pate until I got home. And, oh no. Ooh. Do you think? Oh. Oh. It was a case of pate. My cat only eats meat cuts. We'll see. Ooh. 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 I'm gonna cross my fingers. Maybe your cat will decide to eat when it's hungry enough. Uh, oh, Rissa says our cats are finicky that way too. You might try breaking it up with a spoon into smaller chunks. Oh, maybe. Uh, okay, yeah. Oof, roughy. Poor trooper meetings suck. Oh, I was gonna say, I was like, I don't mind meetings in certain ways. I was in the army, and the meetings we had in the army I actually quite enjoyed because they were very focused. They were like, here's our meeting, here's what we need to do, and then we'd have that meeting, and then we would do it, and then we'd be done. Right? We should boop. It was good. But sometimes the meetings that we have are not as efficient as I'd like. And I can be distracted. So I do like a very efficient meeting. Do you know what I mean? Like I like my meeting to be efficient so that I don't like to cross the streams. If we're going to have a business meeting, I want to have a business meeting and then do it. If we want to socialize, I want to socialize. That's what it is. Like I like targeted meetings where we do a thing and we do it and then we don't do other things because I will get distracted and then it'll yes. Hey DSB, hey Valtiel. Um, you did order the correct fit from Amazon, so it'll be a couple days at worst. Okay. Um, oh, I think educators can be very focused. Ice Bunny, because I have ADHD. I tend to be very very focused when I am lecturing because I know if I'm not, then it will be bad. So I tend to be very focused um, when I'm lecturing because you have to, right? You know what I mean? It's one of those things where because I know it's a particular problem, I give extra effort to really, 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 really focus, and that is a thing I try to make sure to do. Also, by the way, DSB and y'all in chat in our Discord have been saying such super exciting things, and right now I've left it media and tabletop unread because I want to go in there and actually just sort of sit there and read what's been said because I haven't been able to do that since last night. But I'm really excited about the conversation that's going on about uh, various streams, like popular streams, unpopular streams, and perceptions. And we were discussing about quote unquote cancel culture and how some creators do things and they get canceled real fast. Maybe sometimes they don't even do them. And then some people do really awful things and they just don't get canceled. And somebody was noting, we were talking about how um, if your whole brand is to be kind of jerky, then it's really hard to cancel you because your audience generally doesn't tend to care that you're jerky or they actually like that you're jerky and you can't be shamed. All right, we were talking about I had mentioned Adam Coble versus uh, Arcadum, who's like number two. He's like Arcadum's a very big popular streamer. And someone's like, yeah, Arcadum has actually lost, I think it was Valtiel, right? Had mentioned Valtiel, did you mention it? That Arcadum has lost quite a lot of viewers, and that is true, but they are still in the top 10 of RPG streams on Twitch, right? Despite losing so much, they're like not gone. And there's so many of these other uh channels or streamers who've done something or sometimes actually just did do things like Adam Coble did, or maybe they didn't do things like some other folks, but they're gone. Like they're just not even streaming anymore. They're not streaming anymore. And I think about the people that I know who have been pushed out of the streaming world. Sometimes, yeah, sure, fairly. Sometimes not fairly, but it's because they happen to live in a particular ecosystem wherein that is the people who are following them for the most part care about that a lot and have access to them. Whereas, like, I just don't feel like PewDiePie is ever gonna get canceled for saying sketchy things because I just kind of don't think that people who follow PewDiePie in the bulk, for the most part, actually care. You know, uh, Valtiel says I think it was Donald who mentioned that specifically, but I was reading. Like, yeah, thank you. Yeah, Donald, thank you. Yeah, it was Donald. Great comments from Donald. I really appreciate them very, very much. Right, I really did. Um, when you have meetings for the sake of meetings, you talk for 3 hours and get things done. Yeah, I hate that. Like, I don't have enough time for meetings for the sake of meetings. Don't have the time for it. Yeah, and of course, Arcadium actually has dropped quite a bit of viewership, but Arcane's still in the top 10, top 20, still. And that's saying something. Do you know what I mean? That's interesting to me. Uh, and I was thinking about that. This is okay. Like, wait, there's a flip side to what I'm saying, which is pressure, right? This sort of like this kind of pressure work doesn't help. Being like, I'm not going to buy your stuff doesn't help if you never bought their stuff in the first place, which means that people with certain values have a harder time exerting economic pressure with people who do not rely on them economically. Do you know what I mean? Do you see what I'm saying? Uh, yeah, the Discord. Oh, hey, Donald, thank you. It was you. Yes, I was talking about your wonderful comments, right? About how Arcadium has lost a lot of viewership, which is true, but like still frustratingly is still like in the top 20 of streams, right? And like when other people have just like whoosh, have gone away. Um, but this idea I was thinking about, right, the ways in which you that sort of bottom up pressure is tricky, and there was a flip side that I wanted to sort of bring up though about how it's actually hard for like people in who have value system A to pressure economically people in value system B if they've never given money to people in value system B in the first place. Because in value system B, people are like, "What do I care about what you have to say?" You know what I mean? Because like you don't impact me. Um, the flip side, which is really interesting, is that economic support may not always be helpful. And I was thinking about this about the Dixie Chicks, the Chicks documentary, Shut Up and Sing, where like the documentary started when they were on tour, the Top of the World tour, and it started before Natalie Maine said the thing about George W. Bush. It was just like it's gonna be like a concert tour documentary, woo. And then Natalie Maine said the thing about George W. Bush, and then like the entire world fell apart, and they just basically got hardcore canceled by the music industry. All the powers that be basically just dropped them off the radio, and their other albums dropped off the top 10, and they just lost their career almost overnight. Yeah, they got such a raw deal on that. It was amazing. But what was interesting that I thought was that when they came out with they had the album that was going around, and they got nominated for the Grammy for Best Country Album, I think it was a country Grammy. Of course, not a CMA award at all. They did not get nominated for a Country Music Association award. And I knew a lot of people who were like progressives who wanted to support them, so bought their album, that album that came out at that time. And in the documentary, they were talking about what to do as their career was just in free fall. And Natalie Maine said, "Well, we've got all these new supporters, and we can maybe get on MTV." And the other two, the sisters, said, "Yeah, we're over 30. They're not going to put us on MTV." And because like we're over 30 in women. And Natalie's like, "I'm 29." And like it was funny, right? Because like, but of course they were not going to put the Dixie Chicks on MTV. Like that's just like it's true. Dixie Chicks, they're just not going to just the chicks are just not getting on MTV. But what I thought was interesting was that I remember thinking about this when so many of my progressive colleagues bought their album and they got the Grammy, their country Grammy. I thought, ooh, yeah, this is actually no good for them. Like I think this is going to be a real problem for them because all those people that bought their album, right, to be supportive politically, I said they're not going to buy the next album and they're not going to go visit them on tour, right? Sort of giving somebody a one-time economic boost because you bought their album, but you actually don't commit to being remaining part of their fan base, becoming their fan base by going to multiple like going to concerts and buying the next album. It didn't happen, right? When they had their next album, uh, I think it was the album after Not Ready to Make Nice. It was the one after that. Yeah, like all those people that had come out to support them for that one album didn't continue to support them, and then all their old fan base, not all their old fans, but a lot of their old fan base. Well, maybe it wasn't their fan base; it was the powers that be that refused to promote their stuff. Was they, they didn't get that support back that way, and so of course their career was over. So it's that kind of interesting dichotomy there, right? Hawkeye says, as soon as they did that, I knew they would win the Grammy Awards they got because political support, no matter what they put on their album. Yeah. And Esme says, that's why you should buy music you like and not make a political show out of it. I mean, I suppose you can do both, but if you're going to do a political show out of it, then maybe um, have some longevity in your, like, it's not helpful. What I'm trying to say is, if you're like, oh, there's a injustice over there, I think it's really a problem that small farmers are getting screwed over. I'm going to give them $20. And then that you give them $20 once to like Farm Aid, and then you never think about it again. That's not necessarily super helpful. You know what I mean? When it's like a kind of like a longer term problem. So it's kind of like the kind of like drive-by activism, that kind of thing, right? Unless you're Metallica, buying albums doesn't really support the band anyway. Sometimes it, I mean, here's the thing. It does support them. It just doesn't support them proportionally. Do you know what I mean? Like, even like a band that has a really abusive contract is going to get like a couple of cents per album. Uh, if you're lucky, like your average band will probably get 50 cents per CD, which is terrible considering CDs are $15. And they also have to pay off a lot of hidden expenses, which means they may not make any money off of their first album at all because they're paying for a bunch of weird expenses. Um, or, I mean, your average artist who has like a million selling album might make $15,000. 15, but although there's been inflation, so it might be like $30,000 maybe for that album. So they do at least get some money from it. And once you get past that first album, a lot of those initial startup costs that you didn't know they were going to charge you are going to be covered. So you might be able to make more money off of your second album. But the big deal happens after like somewhere between like your third and fifth album when you can renegotiate your contract and maybe get a better deal. When record companies will often just drop you because they don't really care about giving you a better deal. They'll just get somebody new. But if you don't buy the album, they don't get anything. And also, album sales often work as advertisement for the concert tour, and also for like other things you might get it from other ways. But records, I mean, the way that album sales are currently done is abusive and exploitative. Still better than Spotify, which is just real bad. Just like because you're gonna make about like between like 3 to 5 cents per song, maybe 6 cents or 7 cents per song if you're a starting artist, and you wrote it on your CD. So you're gonna make like 50 something. Like I think Michael Jackson made $2 a CD at the height of his fame, which was insane for things that cost $17. But so but like with Spotify, you make 0.0001 cent per song. So it's not great. It's not great. Let's see what we have. Uh, Buy a veggie box will also benefit you. Record sales numbers matter more than the money they make off the sales due to chart exposure typically. Now, I'm going to note Valtiel's correct. I will say, however, I think that's unfair. I do not think they should only be making like 50 cents for a $15 CD. I think that's outrageous and bad, but it is also still better than what they make off of Spotify, which I also think is outrageous and bad. Rissa says, okay, now I wait for the bank to get back to me since Intuit has no record of billing me for 156. Ooh, oof, Rissa. Uh, DSB says, this happens all the time with Indiegogos and things popping up on Humans of New York. One of the most recent stories was about a black man who was talking about being mentored by a trans white man in debate. I didn't finish the story, but someone linked the Patreon for the debate team, and almost every single response was, I want to support them, but not monthly. Right? And that's part of that is a problem because you're not actually like in that moment you're not doing anything that's sustainable. You're just doing something that makes you feel good, but you're not working on sustainability. And if you want to help someone, then like maybe you want to go and like do something that's more sustainable. Hawkeye says, hence why so many groups later on form their own labels and produce their own albums. Absolutely. And what's interesting about that, Hawkeye, is Hawkeye is old enough, as is Krellin, as is Rissa. Actually, I feel like most of my chat, not all of you, but most of you will probably know. One of the richest people, musicians, in the music industry in the 80s was Zamfir, the pan flute guy. If you remember Zamfir, the pan flute guy, he was a guy named Zamfir. He played the pan flute, and he advertised his albums were advertised on late night cable, and he would play like arrangements of popular songs like the theme from Chariots of Fire and this song, these sort of like popular hits but played in this kind of like pan flute style. And that guy was one of the richest. I think he made more money than most of the big pop stars that you can think of because it was his own record label and he sold directly to customers through direct order. And he advertised on cable, late night cable, which was actually pretty cheap back then. So he had very little costs. He didn't have to divide the what he got with a lot of distributors. So he was making like it's like Michael Jackson's making $2 per album, which was outrageously a huge amount of money per album, and he was making like $12 an album, right? Like he's making $12 an album, and Michael Jackson's making $2 an album, and so Zamfir didn't have to sell nearly as many copies of his pan flute albums to make way more money than Michael Jackson. So if you can, uh, the problem is that is what the major labels give you that is very difficult for you to get on your own is exposure. And people say, well, the internet is not reliable, right, in making you super famous because there's a lot of stuff on the internet and the discoverability is not so great. You know what I mean? So that's a thing. We are on a tangent, I think, from the Discord discussion about canceling things. We are. It wouldn't be a true rumor if there were infinite tangents. Yes. I toss coins when Bandcamp day arrives. Oh, I remember Bandcamp. Yeah. Valtius, I agree with you. Artists don't make enough per sale. They don't. They don't. It's. I mean, it's basically unfair because they're the. Oh, you know what I mean. Um. By the way. Oh, wrong one. The name game. Come on, everybody. I said, let's play a game. I bet you I can make a rhyme out of anybody's name. The first letter of the name, I treat it like it wasn't there. And then a B or an F, on M will appear. And then I say Bo at a B, then I say the name, then banana, fan, or info. Then I say the name again with an F, very plain, then a fee, fi, and a mo. Then I say the name again with an M this time, and there isn't any name that I can't rhyme. But if the first two letters are ever the same, I drop them both and say the name. I like Bob. Bob drop the B's, Bo, or Fred. Fred drop the F's, fo, red, or Mary. Mary drop the M's, mo, airy. That's the only rule that is contrary. Be right, bo, e right, banana, fana, fo, fee right, fee, fi, mo, me right. Be right. The name game. Y'all, I have to tell you something really quickly. First off, thank you so much, Be Right, for the resub for 37 months. Did you miss something? All the things. What I wanted to tell you real quick was the kneeling chair is better for singing than the seated chair because I get more. I can better support my diaphragm. Just thought I'd share. And then Hawkeye's like, I remember those ads. And didn't Slim Whitman do something similar? Yes. Corin says, and it was his own label, so he kept all the money. That's it, right? I mean, it was brilliant for him. Oh, Krellin posted a link to the Zamfir. I'm so excited about this. Yes. Don't you think more people liked Michael Jackson than pan flute music? Well, more people knew about Michael Jackson than pan flute music, but sometimes this is about, compensation. You know what I mean? People can like your stuff, and then you could go bankrupt, right? I mean, do you want people to like you, but then you have no money and can't afford food, or do you want people to afford rent? That's a question, right? The log talk, the log dark. Oh, by the way, I'm gonna go and start in 4 seconds. Yes, Ice Buddy, more people did like MJ. He made easily 10 to 20 times as many sales as Zamfir, but Zamfir personally made 20 to 30 times as much per sales as Michael Jackson. Absolutely, yeah. Yes. I've been looking forward to dancing during the stream all week. Mm-mm. We're not for the squirrel game is optional and on a real day not happening. I always play though. Almost, no, I don't always play. There've been a couple times when I haven't, but I mostly do. I mostly do. Um, Sounds like they both made a yes, yes. Here for the hernias and hypothermia. We're at the right now. We're at this we're at a we're at the radio tower anyway, so we just have to go and like do radio tower stuff. Uh, it wasn't that fault one. No, I had weird tech issues, but I just bought a new. Hello, I actually bought. Oh, I'm super cold right now, is what's happening, but I'm heating up. Oh, I'm close to death. I don't know if you noticed that. Right, I am close to death, so that's cool. Just just yeah. Oh, and I have very little water left. This is great. Uh, cool, 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 cool. What I'm gonna do right now, by the way, is uh, I'm just going to what's the word? I'm gonna just walk around in here, see what's in here. For example, if there is a stove, because if there is a stove, then we can light a fire inside here. If there's not, then we have to go back outside to that fire barrel and do our work over there. We're just gonna do a quick one-see. And I'm going to note for the record that we are hopefully going to not be dead. Uh, it doesn't look like there's a fire space inside, so we're going to have to go outside for a fire space. But I don't think that's like, I think, okay. Oh gosh, we are so wet. Everything is so wet. Everything is so wet. Right? Just. Yeah. All right, we are going to go outside because we have to cook food and get ourselves together. You know what I mean? Um, yes. Okay. Let's go back outside. Oh, here's a problem. It's too windy to light a torch. Can we light this fire in the fire barrel? Here's my question. Let us see. Yeah, 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 yeah. I know. I know. We're gonna light a fire. It's gonna be fine. Come on. Come on. All right, we've got 1 minute. Add fuel. Cedar firewood. Go. Okay. Y'all, we are here. Um, I am looking not particularly. Let's have a nice herbal tea. Let's also cook. We're gonna do some cooking while we're here, because we've got some wolf meat to cook, and hopefully, while we do that, we like. I don't know why my character's listing like this. Just it's fine. Come on, just don't. By the way, I just want you to know that this kind of like swaying is not me messing with the controller. It's Astrid being somewhat delusional and not feeling well, is what this is. So we're gonna do as best we can until you know. This will hopefully warm us up, right? The tea warms us up. We're gonna get ourselves warmed up real fast and yes, okay. I am currently over encumbered, but partly that has to do with the fact that I am not in a good space. That's all. I would take off the clothes that I'm wearing, but I don't think I can, considering how cold it is in here. So I think that what I'm going to just do is, you know, cook this stuff, keep this wood out here. I can leave this stuff out here, I think, for a little bit of time. Though, you know, I really wish... Oh, you know what? I actually don't think I'm swaying because I'm exhausted and miserable. I think I might be swaying because the wind is so bad. That's what I think is happening, actually. So I'm going to note that, and that's interesting. Also, I forgot we need water. We are in a bad way when it comes to water, so we're just going to uh, do that as well because I forgot that we are in a water problem. Yes. Okay. Uh, this is, by the way, I'm feeling really good about this moment. We're going to just uh, take all our water. And, oh, we can probably, look, we can probably do a little bit more water while we're here. Let's, uh, let's just do our, recycled cans, because that's actually much faster, I think. Yeah, so, you know, takes time, but, you know, you know. And, what are we at? 30 minutes? We're gonna load up on water a little bit, just because we had a bit of a problem with this last time, so, you know. And then take it. It's gonna make us heavy, but okay, good. That's great. I feel happy about that. I feel like our misery's not like it's not the best in the universe where we're at, but we can just go to bed. And yeah, yeah. I'm gonna take some torches, and we're gonna go. We're gonna go inside. Oh, hey, there's stuff in here. That's awesome. But like, there's a bunch of stuff we could probably take, like this
This
simple
stuff will come in handy.
arrow and this corpse. Nothing. And we'll just take this pry bar. But we're gonna go inside, and we're gonna go to sleep, and then we're gonna chat. There we go. Okay. Yes. So, for the record, I am indeed. Uh, oops, that's not what I want. I am indeed caring a little bit too much, but uh, we'll be better in the morning, and we have to like, you know, sleep it through it anyway. All right. Speaking of which, I just realized that I. Hello. Ah. Oh, thirsty, thirsty, thirsty. And see, this is where all of that water, which is way too much water, by the way, comes in because I just am gonna drink all of it right now, and then I'm gonna eat the very few food, the very little food we have, which, you know, do our best. By the way, I have to do something with chat, and I'm gonna do something with chat right now. Also, let's just eat more food because eating food means not as much weight being carried. It's encumbrance, and we're gonna save because right, and then I think I can get to my cursor because I need to see what people said in chat. Oh my gosh. Okay, what happened? People may like your music, but if they don't buy it, you go hungry, says Hawkeye, and that is true. Uh, yes. Feels like 56C. Good God, why? Right? I know. We may get eaten by a group. We might, and I don't want that. I had food, Krell. I had food that was the wolf because I was like we killed that wolf in that one moment, and that gave us food, and it was like that kind of was like miserable. Like you're like, I killed the wolf, but the wolf was like farther away from the fire, so I had to like go salvage just like a little bit of the wolf, come back to the fire, cook it, eat it, go back out. So like we have just a little bit of wolf meat, and hopefully there'll be food in this radio tower. Um, you have a national holiday. What's the national holiday? Much dampness, no holidays. Yeah, I know I'm not drawing in that situation. We just got our lean on its hip. Yeah. Uh, I don't know. I feel like it was me. Yeah, or it's the fact that Harper was really low. That makes sense. Norway's national holiday is coming up the 17th. What is the holiday? Just in time for Eurovision. Who's winning? Uh, shouldn't health be going up now that it's all means are foolish? Yes, and it looks like it is going up. Memorial Day? isn't our Memorial Day later? Different? There, but on Civil Deus, there was store Bededag. I don't know that holiday. There was, but I'm not gonna pick up anything at the moment because I was, just like I'm not yet fully back to where I want to be in terms of uh, you know, encumbrance management. I've got a little bit too much stuff at the moment, but that's okay. Um, we are going to. Hey, look, and and most of our stuff is dry even. Oh, okay. So I would love to repair this
Come
hat.
on to my house.
Come on to my house, come on. Come on to my house, come on. Come on to my house, I'm gonna give you candy. Come on to my house, I'm gonna give you everything. Hey, bonsai! 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 Everybody, this is Bonsai Baby, who's amazing, who I love more than all the things. Bonsai, how are you? Hey, hello. Oh, Bonsai, how are you? What were you streaming? What were you doing? This is everybody. If you don't know Bonsai, uh, you should follow Bonsai. Bonsai is so awesome. Uh, Bonsai does. Let me see. I'm gonna spell this right. Bonsai. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Rissa. Uh, so if you all don't know Bonsai, Bonsai streams like woodworking on our channel, like really cool stuff like that. Like Bonsai, first of all, has got an amazing personality and a great singing voice, is an amazing RPer, has got like such a great ability to merge comedy and drama, will like play a character that you think is funny and then she'll just like stab you in your feels in the best way, and like vice versa, and like just somebody who's like very serious but then like pulls out this like great humor. So she's an amazing RPer who pushes herself, always adds something wonderful to any game she's in. She's an amazing streamer. She also streams stuff for Gen Con TV, right? Like game reviews and interviews and whatnot. An amazing personality for interviewing folks. Great human being, lovely person. Bonsai's awesome, and you should definitely, definitely follow her if you have not already. That's what I'm saying. Emotional attack. This is what I'm saying. You finally cut my quest counter. Nice. Oh, Midsummer Mysteries. Oh my gosh. Yes, yes. Speaking of which, I need to make a I need to redo a message. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That means Big Prayer Day. Not that atheist Denmark will have a chat with whatever divider, that one king had put four religious holidays into one, but the day off in May is taken. Oh, we had like May Day, but I don't, yeah, is that all the Midsummer fancy things. Oh my gosh.
Name
Yeah.
game.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Bonsai. Bonsai. Yes. 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 So yeah, I 4 month streak. Oh, Atomica. Atomica. The name game. Come on, everybody. I say now let's play a game. I bet you I can make a rhyme out of anybody's name. The first letter of the name, I treat it like it wasn't there. And then a B on F, on M will appear. And then I say Bo at a B, then I say the name, then banana, fanner, and foe. Then I say the name again with an F, very plain. Then a fee, fi, and a mo. Then I say the name again with an M this time, and there isn't any name that I can rhyme. Atomica, 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 banana, fana, foof, Atomica, fee, fi, mom, Atomica. Atomica. The name game. Thank you for that resub, Atomica. Thank you, thank you. Welcome in. Hawkeye says, Son just had an interesting day at work dealing with someone trying to steal valor, claiming to be a World War II vet and wanting discounts. Claimed he was in the Battle of Verdun. Ooh, oh. Man, who does not? I don't like that. Yeah, it doesn't help that Alfred was. Yep. Yeah, Mayday is the union's dead, boring speeches and getting drunk at the park or going to a rave. I think Mayday was in Hanover. Uh, yeah, I don't think we really do Mayday so much in the U.S. I think we're like, oh yeah, International Labor Day, right? And then because our Labor Day is in September, so I don't wait. It's Atomic. Speaking of Atomica, last night I was in a mood, so I did a one of my free association playlists on Twitter where I start with one song, I pick one song that I want to start with, and then I just kind of go where my mind goes from that one song to the next song. And I was doing sort of angsty 80s songs, and I didn't actually play any Blondie, which would have, but I only get to pick like 15 songs, sometimes 10. Uh, Theoretically 10, but it also always ends up being 15. And I only get to pick 15. So there are a bunch of songs that I was thinking of that I didn't, that my mind wandered to that I didn't get to pick or that wandered to it afterwards. And Blondie would have been one of the bands that I would have put on there. And I was just thinking about their song Atomic, which is really good. I don't know if you know their song Atomic. Atomic. It's very like instrumental. I mean, there's some singing that goes on in there, but like it's really good. That's a good one. And so Atomica, you just reminded me of Atomic. That's all. That's a good one. Let's see. Not to mention that even World War II vets are like 90 now. Yeah, absolutely. And the guy looked like he was in his 40s. He was lucky a Korean War veteran was in the same line, didn't get him. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah. Mayday's the wedding anniversary for two couples. Oh, nice. There was something interesting because it was a good conversation, but very late. Mm, mm. Yeah, it happens because I was just like, I was like, I can't go to bed yet because I've got to do this. Um, Bonsai, what were you streaming? What were you streaming, Bonsai? I want to know. Also, I want to know what you're thinking. There are some things you can't hide. I want to know what you're feeling. Tell me what's on your mind. I just thought I'd tell you that in case you wanted to yeah. I mean, look, we were talking the 80s, so you've been moving my content to more. Really pure energy. Oh, thank you, Roller 300. Thank you. I want to thank you. I want to thank you for that. Pure energy. Pure energy. I honor that. You got my back. I appreciate it very much. So wait,
Nobody needs this anymore.
Ooh, you've been doing solo RPGs? Ooh, look, I did some solo RPGs on my channel during like the because I have like season breaks and like I'm doing Kolos as my main show, and then I've got these season breaks, and during the breaks I'll do something different. And so I was doing some. I did Lost, which was a solo RPG, and some Tunnels and Trolls, which I actually should do more of that. And I also want to do some Thousand Year. I've got some solo RPGs I want to do. That said, I want to know what solo RPGs you were doing, and I want to. Will you send a link? Because I want to watch them. I'm super excited by those things, and I feel like I should see what you are up to because I feel like it's going to be awesome, and I want to know. Oh, you have a Thousand Year Vampire. Nice. How is that going? I kickstarted Thousand Year Vampire, but I haven't played it yet. It just hasn't. There just hasn't been space to do it just yet. But it's one of the ones that I'm super excited about. So how have you enjoyed? Tell me about your experience. The guy, Tim Hutchins. Oh, I wanted to show you something. Oh my gosh, you brought it up. Hold on. Since you brought it up, then I have to show you this thing. I need to clean the footage to put on the YouTubes. Okay, cool. Look, once you put it on the YouTubes, will you link it? Because I wanna watch it. Um, I wanna know. Yeah. Pure energy. Atomic says, so Trooper, I ran an RP encounter that I was rather proud of. Tell us about it. So you can't see it because I've got the green screen up, but I'm going to show you what I got. Oh, artifact. Ooh. Yeah, let me copy that link and put it up here. I've enjoyed the solo RPGs that I've looked at, and I really want to play. I've got it set up. Wretched and Alone I want to do. I also want to do. I've gathered a bunch of solo RPGs that I want to do that I want to have ready to go, like when I get my breaks so that I can play them because I really want to play some of them. Um, I want to play Wretched and Alone, and I want to play Iron Sworn, Iron Forged, Iron Sworn, Iron Sworn, Iron Sworn. You play as a magic optic and see the world through your keeper. Oh, that's so cool. Oh, okay, Bonzo Baby, let me show you. And also everybody else, let me show you. Hold on. Wait. Ooh, ooh. Gotta put my ears back in. Hold on. Put my ears back in. Okay. Yeah. I got Iron Sworn. Is very interesting. Yeah, hi, Scabby Dack. So I'm really excited about playing Iron Sworn. I also I kickstarted their Star Forged, like the sci-fi version of it, which is not out 100% just yet. But I'm really excited for that too. And here's the thing: I want to play some of these solo RPGs on my channel. But here's the thing: it's the summer coming up, like next week. Well, I still have got graduation, so I'm not 100% free just yet. But graduation's coming and all that. But I feel like once that happens, I'll be able to get a bit more flexibility, and I'll be able to like maybe throw in some solo RPGs on my channel. Uh, so Tim Hutchins, who did, ooh, pardon me, Thousand Year Vampire, and then also a couple of other cool games, came out with this brand new game, uh, Apollo 47 Technical Handbook, right? And this RPG, it's a solo RPG, and it is. It's like 1,000 pages or whatever. Uh, it's like 18,000 billion pages. I am not moving this somewhere. I would be very sad if I were. But here's the thing: the game itself is like 2 or 3 pages long, I think. So you've got oh, this page, one, two. I think you basically have three, four, five, six. Like I think you've got like 6 pages, a couple extra pages, so maybe like what do we say perhaps 29 pages of 29 pages of the actual game, right? Uh, and uh, so 99 pages, 29 pages in here is the actual how to play the game, and the rest of it, which is like 1,000 pages, so much so that he said, hey, when you buy this from Drive Through RPG, which is gonna be print on demand, please note there might be binding problems because the rest of it is the actual Apollo 47 technical handbook. So it's the actual handbook that they had for the Apollo 47 mission, right? You can oof, can probably see it, right, and right. So this is the actual historical uh, handbook, and you play right as somebody who's on this mission, and you're what did it say? It's a parallel introduction to the game. It's a parallel 1986. Mondale is in the White House. NASA is defining the future, and you are an astronaut on the 47th Apollo mission. Congratulations. Wait, the 47th? Yeah, moon landings have become commonplace and, dare we say, a little boring. Apollo 47 is a free formish improvisatory role playing game for 2 to 6 people. One player takes on the role of a spotlight astronaut doing science, maintenance, and exploration work on the lunar surface, while the other players take on the role of voices on the radio who guide, question, and help the astronaut do their job. Apollo 47 is about constructing the appearance of meaning through empty signifiers and improvised technical jargon. Players banter and improvise situations, creating a seamless flow of give and take, peppered with a bunch of authentic sounding technobabble. It's also about pretending to be an astronaut while nothing much exciting is happening. And so, uh, uh, set a tone for the game. Vaguely realistic human frustration tinged with humorous failure is the intended tone, but you can vary that with quite a bit, as long as all agree. Be certain to know, like, and so this game. This is it's not a solo game, but like I kind of want to play this. I feel like with the right people and with the right setup, it could be super cool, right? Like I feel like there could be a really neat way of doing this. Yeah. Anyway, I've got thoughts. I've got thoughts about it because it sounds for me. I'm kind of excited about it myself. Um, yeah. So yeah, I got it. I got it. I mean, I knew you got it, says Scabianac, but I assumed you had to set up a way to accept a freight container to get it. Oh my goodness, you know how my mail situation is, Scabianac. Uh, I suppose it says someone has to forget that an inch is not 2.5 centimeters. It's fancy and educational. I don't know if my NASA control friend would like or hate this game. Unstable Deus, that would be really interesting, right? It sounds fun. Like get out the Star Trek technobabble. Look, who doesn't like a little bit of technobabble? Do you know what I mean? Like, I feel like that can be so fun. Crit says, I hear Gnome likes space things, but holy heck, that manual. But most of it's inspiration. Do you know what I mean? It's only like 29 actual pages of game, and the rest is like the inspiration uh, for the game, right? I need a spacesuit and voice changer. Yes. See, Bonsai? Bonsai. Bonsai. You know where I'm coming from right now, right? Where I'm coming from is space station and voice changer. Like good static, like a good static sound. So you can get that radio sound. Or actually, you know what I was thinking? I probably, because I've not really found any really good voice changers that I can use on the Mac. I think I might just use plugins. I might just go and like set up a good plugin, get a good plugin that'll give me a bit of static and all that. And if I can program it individually, then I can get the sound that I want. And it shows a Star Trek top and Bluetooth communicator. Uh, that was not a problem NASA had in real life. What, being bored? I think it was. My friend was in the control room for some of the spatial. Really? That's so amazing. I wanted to say something about being boring, and I know this is like, oh, y'all, this is a thing that we're gonna go back by the way and just see if there's anything to find. This is something that I find. I don't know how to put this. This is a thing that I find very valuable that I understand that many people don't find valuable, and I think it's because I was in the military. And also maybe perhaps just uh, my personality. I don't know. I cannot tell you, but being in the military is rather boring sometimes. Do you know what I mean? Like it's not the being in the military is a job. It's not an action movie. It's just a job, and there's a real kind of mundanity to it, and also sometimes people are just talking to their friends, or you go out
This
to the bowling
company.
alley. Like there's a lot of like I don't know, a lot of my time in the military was spent playing spades with people, you know, in a in somebody's barracks room and just talking gossip. Like there's a lot of just very mundane human things that happen in the military, and I get frustrated that a lot of military games don't capture the humanity of military and the mundanity and the boringness of military life at all. And people always say, well, but games are supposed to be like insert thing here, right? All these ideas about what RPGs are supposed to be, which usually involves, it's like very 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 heavy action, um, as if everything's a movie. But like, there's more than one kind of sort of media. Do you know what I mean? And I really like the idea of a military. This is something I really would love to do. A military campaign that gets
You
oh,
never know.
nice chips.
Anything useful?
That gets all those other parts to the military life. That part where like sometimes it's just like a little ridiculous. Sometimes why are there so many bullets here? Sometimes it's just there's like drama because somebody's dating somebody and you don't even know what that's about. There's some other kind of drama over here for some other reason, or like you're just kind of sitting around like on guard duty just for a long time, sitting there talking to each other. Like some of those moments I remember when I was in the military that like I never see depicted in military media, and it makes me sad. Um, Let me hit this for a second and then hit this. Oh, I have to read this. Um, Pleasant Valley Collectible Part 3. It all happened during a storm, so we'll never know exactly what the hell went on out there. All we do know is we're cut off from the highway now. tons and tons of rock sand between us and the rest of Great Bear. An earthquake? Maybe. Oh. We are good. We're doing well with our collectibles. So we need to go inside there and see what's happening. But I wanted to tell you a story. Also, I really wish, we had lights going on in here, but we don't. Just the record. And it doesn't look like there's any power to this place.
I'll take it.
Although, I hope that we've got some kind of power, right? Oops. Let me see what you have to say. Ooh, beans! Oh, Stacy soda. Thank you, Stacy. Extra pants, everybody! We got extra pants. This is really good because currently we only have one pair of pants. So I am very excited about that. Also, I am going to look at that. Oop. I am going to do a little bit of clothing maintenance as we speak because oh hey, there's a workbench here. That's great. Also a radio. Right. So before any of this happens, we're going to just deal with our clothing. We're gonna just deal with our clothing. And then I'm gonna see what everybody's saying. I'm boring, says Curlin, but not in the Musk way. Prepare. No, that some European engineer fluffed up all the math because he calculated 1 inch and 2.5 centimeters, and it's a tiny bit more. Oh, ouch. All you get to do is bowl, hunt, and ride motorcycles. Right? Yes. Yes. There are more games than just combat games. It's funny when people mistake their preference for how things ought to be. Yes. Hey, Prax. How to get drunk without showing you suffer the hangover. I guess that's Navy. MASH episodes about the boring part of it. Yes, Krellin. And actually, I actually value that part of MASH quite a lot. Do you know what I mean? Like I value, and also it's funny because I think TV shows have often done better than film because TV shows have the space for, oops, that wasn't what I wanted, have the space to tell slightly different stories. And so I've always really appreciated China Beach was one that I really, really liked. That was a military TV show in the 80s about nurses in Vietnam. That one had a lot of good stuff in it as well. I'd never really watched, what was that show? It's like a military wives show. And I didn't really watch a lot of that, so I can't really say how that one went so much. But I've got a lot of gloves here, and questions. We're gonna repair is what we're gonna do. Let's see what people are talking about. I thought it was summoning around. Yeah. Army Wives. Yeah, that was a TV show. There was a TV show called, I think it was called Army Wives. It was on Lifetime, and it was a show about, Army wives. Although I think some of them actually were in the military as well. But I never watched the show, so I can't really tell you necessarily if it was good or not. But that was a show. So I can plan to. What's the CR status update? Not tonight, and probably not next week. So I actually think that these work gloves are probably not. I don't want to spin the leather on it, so we're gonna just harvest it. That's what we're gonna do there. I probably have like another. I would love to repair this, but I do not have the things necessary to do so, which is a bummer. But harvest. We're taking care of ourselves. Yeah. So I always I value quite a lot the new wool toque worn cotton toque. I think the wool coat is better. Yes. It's better than Oh, good, 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 good. Oh, I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. Um, mm-hmm, mm-hmm. I see what you're saying. Yes. I do not think I'll be caught up by next week. I do not think so. Um, by the way, I do think, however, that I might be able to repair these mucklucks. Because I got some leather. Not a lot of leather, but just a little bit. And, great. Also... oh, good. Okay, good, good, great. That's awesome. Thank you. So, I was thinking about... By the way, I feel pretty good about, our... keeping ourselves not in death's door. I feel great about that. And... we're just... yeah, so... for the record, I'm feeling good about that. Oh, hey, you know what? I'm going to save, and then I'm going to go and put on a torch so we can see what's going on here. So when it comes to military games, one of the things I really want to do, and I think I can do it. I just have to figure out. I have to figure out what how this game like. Is this going to be like a short shot, or I don't want it to be a one shot because I think you don't get the vibe yet. I think it's hard to get the real vibe of what I'm going for in just a short shot. I think that I would need like at least 4 sessions, right? I think 6 would probably be better. Something like a, you know, like a little novella. But I would want to be able to show that sort of like the mundane parts of military life that we're talking about people who are
Well, this stuff will come in handy.
people, you know? And there are... oop. I don't know if we just made a mistake, everybody. I don't know if we made a mistake.
Yep, the radio's sure dead. Well, that trip was a waste.
Well, it's dead right now, but it might not be dead forever.
I should get some shut-eye. Strike off for the mine Father Tom mentioned in the morning. It's time to say bye to Pleasant Valley.
It's not time yet. I still have I have gear. I have gear at the town hall that I would like to pick up. Oh no. Ice Bunny says, Armory Webs, I watched it. Uh-oh. Wait.
The radio.
Yes.
It's working.
Go to the radio. Go now. Quick. Go to the radio. Make radio calls.
Damn.
Get a
Can I get anything?
make a request.
Come in. This is
Yes.
Hello?
come in. Hello?
Can anyone hear me?
Is this the radio station at Perseverance Mills?
Can you hear me?
We need help. There's some kind of quarantine situation. Hello?
Mackenzie.
What do you mean quarantine?
Mackenzie, is that you?
Is there a doctor with you? We need a doctor or medical assistance, anything.
I can hear him, but he can't
No.
hear me.
We're cut off.
Wait.
Alive. Damn, Mackenzie. You're alive.
Okay.
And on your way to Perseverance Mills.
Okay. Except he's gonna get captured
Got to get there.
by creepy people, probably sometime soon. Because apparently we're simultaneous, so that's. Oh, hey, it's...
Electricity. Must be reacting to the lights in the sky.
What do you think's happening? Okay, so go to the receiver. It's probably our friend Molly.
What is it, Molly?
We have a lot in common, you and I.
How's that?
We both left our men behind. We both like to be alone. We're both hiding from our pasts.
I don't know.
I
What
feel
you
like Molly is very presumptuous.
I didn't kill him, you know.
Okay.
I wanted to. So many times. I just never had the courage. And as bad as it got at times, at least I wouldn't be alone. Being alone would be worse. That's what I told myself.
I don't judge you, Molly.
I didn't kill him, but I may as well have. I watched while the coming. I had a rifle in my hands. I could have helped him.
Molly.
It all happened in slow motion, you know, like a ballet. They were so quiet and confident, like there was no other way it could end. And I just stood there, frozen. He was yelling at me to shoot, but I couldn't. They circled. And then they were on him.
Scabianek has good things to say in chat right now.
Molly? Why are you telling me this?
That's what Scabianek wanted to know.
Because it's important for someone to know
For someone to know what?
that I don't regret it. Not for a second.
The convict. Outside with the arrows in his back. That your handiwork too?
Yep. They're all gonna pay now, Astrid.
Who are?
All of them. We've been in the background. In the shadows.
What?
Invisible. Overlooked.
What,
For too long.
What do you,
Not anymore.
I'm not sure revenge is the answer, Molly.
Maybe not. But it'll do for now. Feels good to be on this side of the hunt. So I'm making up for lost time. Take care of yourself, Doctor.
You too, Molly.
Tell me one last thing. Your pilot. The one you left behind. You one of the good ones?
Yes, he is. But things are complicated between us. Let's just say I wouldn't want to find him with an arrow in his back.
Then I hope to never meet him.
wow.
It's been good talking with you, Astrid. For a little while, you took the loneliness away. I hope you find what you're looking for. I hope you can help those people up in Perseverance Mills and find some peace for yourself.
Thank you, Molly. I hope you can find some peace too.
Hey. So just for the record, right now, in case you're wondering, I am going to save the game, and then I'm going to hit this moment so we do not lose food and thirst. I just want to check in. What? That's what I wanted to check in about. What? I have some questions. Yeah, I have some questions. I have some questions about that. Scabianek is like, she wanted to but never had that urge, huh? Why is she burdening with this, says Scabianek, as I was wondering. Surely not for selfish reasons. Right, I was like, what's this about? And then we find out, oh, okay. And Scabianek's like, wait, the hunt? I think Molly may have a twisted view of the world. Yeah, ha ha ha. Don't wish her peace, she's out there murdering people. Yeah, so, yeah. Rissa says, I had random dude show up at the door and missed the radio. Rissa. So what happened was, we heard Mackenzie talking to the people at Perseverance Mills, saying he was going to go there, but we couldn't actually communicate with them, which means I think this is simultaneously happening with episodes like 1 and 2, maybe. And then Molly called us, and Molly's like, hey, I just want you to know, I didn't kill my husband. I wanted to, but I didn't actually kill him. I just watched him be murdered by wolves and did nothing, even had a rifle in my hand, and now they're all gonna pay, all of them. And you're like, what? What do you mean they're all gonna pay? We've been overlooked for too long and now they'll all pay. And I'm like, oh, and also I just want people to know I don't regret it at all. Ha ha ha. And you're like, okay, Molly. And then Molly's like, oh, by the way, is your husband one of the good ones? And you're like, or your pilot? And he's like, yeah. I would like not to have him, I mean, it's complicated, but I'd like to not have him be murdered. And also it turns out that Molly's the one who's been shooting people with arrows, but she's been saying we, so I don't know if she's alone or if I feel like she's got, those people that kidnapped Mackenzie at the end of that last episode? I feel like they're Molly's friends. I don't know if they are or not. All I know is that I think Molly's running around murdering people. Just, yeah, that's, yeah. Yeah. Yep. Whoop. Ice Bunny says, I watched it. It was okay, but the general had a bit too much drama happening. But I think the sisterhood military wives was real. My extra granny and my Oma were both sailors' wives, and you are the boss when dad is at work. Yeah. Is Molly's middle name Sybil? Maybe. I think that might be men from what she was saying, though. Yeah, I don't even know. I don't even know. Yeah, yeah. That might be men from what, maybe, I don't know. I don't know, maybe men, I don't know. I don't know who all she's gonna go on a murdering spree on. Like, how many murdering spree people? I don't know. Does she have friends? Who's she murdering? I have questions. And Iceman's asking if I'm drinking dead gummy bears. I am. I actually find Red Bull quite tasty. Y'all, um, it's not a great situation. It's what we're gonna say, but we are at this moment going to. Oh, this condensed milk is ruined, so let's drop it since we can't use it. What we're gonna do right now is we're going to try to do as much as we can to repair as much as we can while we have a workbench before we head on out, and we're gonna do our best. She was taught being invisible and speaking to us like she would automatically stand in solidarity. Yeah. Ooh, root beer floats. Nice. Yeah, I have questions about what did I bring my rifle, by the way? I hope I did. I did. Okay. Um I am a little concerned, you know, about what's happening right now. Um Also, let's see if there's anything we can do, anything we can repair right now, uh, just to make things a little bit better. I mean, I don't know, maybe not, but while we're here, we might as well. I just, y'all, y'all. This is, Granny, hello. Yes, hello. I'm here to inquire how long you distracted for some. Oh, well, I actually ended up having to start later than I wanted because I was in a faculty meeting, and that faculty meeting ran long, and I did not appreciate that. But you know how it is. So I didn't have as much distraction as I could have had, but I had some. Granny, how are you? Um, I am. Let's head. Okay. So I'm just trying to repair as much as possible while I am here, because repairing things will, you know, it's good. It's good to repair things. Let's clean. Uh, yeah. In my opinion, workmates should always have a heart out. It's hard about that because if you don't, sometimes I just like sometimes I'll go a little bit longer if we can just finish it because of efficiency, right? Because what will sometimes happen is they'll be like, oh well, we'll just have to come back for another meeting later, but then what that ends up meaning is we end up wasting a lot of extra time next time around because do you know what I'm talking about? Do you know what I'm talking about? Because people just, yeah, sometimes there's like a lot of wasted. Right, because like if we could just do an extra 15 minutes and just finish it, that's fine. Rather than like another 2 hour meeting, because I just am like not excited by that, is I think how I'd put it. You just hate meetings. Recaps. Actually, here's the thing. I actually don't mind meetings if they're done well. You know what? I gotta tell y'all, being in the military has given me weird like it's first off, I do not need 2 flashlights, so let's drop that one. And I don't. Oh, I needed to make fishing lines. Thank you for reminding me. You didn't remind me. I reminded myself, but I am now reminded that that was a thing that I needed, and I feel good about not forgetting because I was like, oh yeah, there are things that we need to do while we are here, and let me do them, right? So yes, okay. Um, I feel like might as well just do that while we are here so that we are efficient about these things. So we spend less time having to do this when we're out in the wild and full of danger and misery. So I wanted to create fishing tackles, and I can make 3 of them. So I'm going to do that. At least I have a snack, and I do. You're doing well. I think I'm on the end of being sick. Oh, that's good. Been coughing and sneezing and dealing with a sore throat all week, but I'm feeling better today. I had the entire week off work, so that's the thing. Basically, you're just surviving as best you can. I am glad that you are surviving, and I hope also thriving. That would be good. So let's see. Do you hear anything weird? I hear weird things. Oh, also, by the way, it looks like the day's going to come pretty soon, so that's good, right? Yeah. Look, I feel like we're going to do our best to... I think we're a little over encumbered at the moment, but I think it'll be okay, unless they force us to get rid of our encumbrance, which I hate. The worst. Oh, hey. Interesting. I didn't know that. Oh, hey. If we use our tools, I didn't know this. If we use tools, or some tools, it makes things go faster. Oh. Although, it looks like it kind of just depends. Okay. Let us... Our objectives. We still don't have all the Forest Talkers stuff, which is a bummer, but I feel like I won't... Will I die? I don't know. I feel like I want to... I'm really torn about going back out there and getting the things that we need to get from town, but what if Molly murders us? I don't know. Enter the mine and leave the Pleasant Valley. Once you enter the mine, you will not be able to return to Pleasant Valley. See, this is what I mean. If we do this, we can't come back. So I just feel like we need to leave here, but I don't know if I really want to, like, we're going to go back to the town hall, and we're going to make some pants. Well... All I have to say is there are not a lot of places where there are workbenches, right? So that might be a bit of a problem. I feel like we can go fishing, get a bunch of fish. We have food at least, and then maybe we make our way out of here. Yeah. How are you all feeling about this? How are you all feeling about this? Oh, yes. Then I can repair my wolf coat. I'm gonna have to get the material, the supplies, load up on them, then go to a workbench, repair the stuff, make some new pants, repair the wolf coat, repair the rabbit hat. Because there's basically a bunch of stuff to repair, and it'll make me a little bit encumbered. I'm sure I'm gonna have to ditch stuff, but at least I will have it, and I think that will be long term. I think it'll be better because at least I get to use up all the things before I have to dump them. So I'm feeling like that's better. Let's see. You're currently watching the Fast and the Furious 10,000 or whatever, Hobbs and Shaws, but I want to see how you're doing. Oh, thank you. Here, let me save. So our job right now is to... We're not too mega over encumbered. We've got some encumbered, but it's not the worst. And some of that encumbrance will be dropped when we drink our water and all that, so... I saved. Okay. Y'all. Oh! Whoa. This is a little intense, don't you think? I don't know how... Oh, y'all. This is a... I just don't know. I don't know. I would like to encumber myself a little bit, and pick up this wood. I realize it's going to be heavy, but I also know that it takes a while to get back. You know what I mean? Like, it's not a short trip, and we're probably going to have to spend the night somewhere. So, I just feel like we just take a little bit of this extra wood. Like, I'm like over encumbered, but I think it'll be fine. Because we're going to need the firewood anyway. This is my thought. we are going to have to take the long way because we can't climb down the rope because we are over encumbered. But considering that we often need this stuff to save ourselves from wolves, I think it's worth it at the moment. Yeah. So I remind me before I leave. Remind me that I need to send a message, a second message to someone about something RPG related. Remind me before I go. Just, this is creepy music, everyone. I wanted to tell you those are my feelings. Also, map. I don't know. I don't know about all this. I know that I feel like Krellin is not here because I feel if Krellin were here, he would say, drop all that stuff. And I will. I will. But I also know this is a trip back, and I know we have to take more than one. We have to take more than one. We're going to have to overnight somewhere. I know it. I know we have to overnight somewhere, so I want the firewood so that we can at least overnight. Also, look, what was that? Was that a bunny? I hope that was a bunny. Drop all that stuff. No, look, it's fine. Also, this is like, what do you think this thing is? This Aurora Borealis? What do you think it is? Also, the final chapter of this game is not out yet, right? Like, this game is still not finished. Save the game before you... No, I did. I saved. Whew. Okay. We've got firewood. We've got food. Not a lot of food. Not as much as food as I would like. I still feel like we're still a little bit underfed. In a way that... Krellin's always here. Inside your mind. The Krellin of the opera is there. Inside your mind. Well, it says, I don't believe the final chapter's out, but I think there's another one after this one that is out already. Really? Oh. Hey, look. This is where I made that fire to survive dealing with this wolf. Do you remember those days? How great they were? I am not going to... I can get hide and guts, but I actually don't think I need to, because I think I've got hide and guts back right at the... that I can use to repair stuff, and I think it'll be fine. Now, by the way, we're walking, so we get to talk about all the stuff. Do not... I will kill all the bunnies. I will kill them, and I will eat them for breakfast. I tried to be substitute. Nothing can overcome the power of the Krellin. Tripper goes and glows over the... It tried to murder me in a way that was rude, you know? So, did I tell you all that I made chili? I told you, yeah? It was good. I put beer in it, which I'd never done before. And I think I probably put... The problem was you're supposed to put 12 ounces of beer in the chili, but I couldn't get a 12-ounce... Like, I want to get a single... I'm not going to buy a whole 6-pack of beer because I don't drink beer. So I just wanted to get one can. But bottles are too small. They're like 8 ounces. And the other one was like... So I got 14 ounces. So it was a little bit more beer than they recommended, but I think it's okay. Sure, I put a stout in it. It was actually very good. Trooper, you're incapable of killing bunnies. I've watched you try. Okay, it is true. When I say I will kill and eat all the bunnies, most likely the bunny will just escape and laugh at me, and then I will not eat any of the bunnies. But, you know, I do try. Oh, the bunny. Oh, we love bunnies! Bunnies! We love the bunnies! Not just murder, but rude murder. Yes. Okay, so look, there was a conversation happening in Reddit about RPGs that I thought was interesting. And it was, hey, this was the post, I'm paraphrasing. We all know that, that what we all care about most is like character arcs, and that's what makes role-playing. Role-playing is playing a character, and playing a character is character arc. If you're not like playing a character with a character arc, then you're not playing an RPG. And we know that's something that we all find most interesting in books and films and all of that. So why do no games have any mechanics that model character arcs? And then there was a lot of conversation about how that is not how everybody plays RPGs. That is not the only way to play them. So by the way, we are here. We can follow this hilltop cave. Did we go there? I think we might have. I think we did. We can follow this road,
Day is dawning.
make it to this place where the fishing is, maybe do a bunch of fishing, and then come back over here. There is a bit of a problem with the lack of workbenches, but I feel like we can overcome this problem. Yeah, that was a lot of statements in a row, and so people were saying, well, not everybody likes to play that way. Some people don't care about that, and which, by the way, is true. And I was like, there are games that do actually have mechanics for character arcs. That actually does happen. One of the first comments was really good, which was like, by the way, you're speaking from a narrativist perspective, and not all games are narrativists. So the idea that this is like the value that we all want, you should just note that that's actually a very specific thing. And Fate explicitly levels based on it. Yes, or maybe not necessarily character. Invisible Sun is explicitly character arcs, whereas Fate is a little. It's based on milestones and breakthroughs, which you could interpret as being character milestones or group milestones and breakthroughs or story milestones and breakthroughs. Like, you can kind of interpret it. One thing I actually like about Fate is that you can interpret the same thing in different ways, and it gives you a slightly different vibe, although that sometimes people don't think that's true. It is. You can interpret things multiple ways. So Invisible Sun is specifically advancement is all character arc based. I've not yet run Invisible Sun, and I want to, and I will at some point. But with Invisible Sun, you create a character arc for your character. I know some people would probably hate this, but you create a character arc for your character. Like, your character wants to get revenge on your dad, right? That's your character arc, and you get XP based on whether or not you advance your. We could also just call it a character goal, to be honest, because character goal and character arc have different implications. But you as a player define what your character, let's say, character goal is, and then you get XP based on whether or not you advance that goal, or if you get interactions with that goal. Is what I would say is how that goes. Anyway, so somebody said a comment which I thought was really interesting, and I was like, no, I have to say something about this. Because people actually dunked on them for their comment, but I don't think their comment was necessarily bad. They said not, because basically this person says that the original poster was like, characters that don't have character arcs are not compelling, was basically the argument. And this person said, well, in films and movies, very often it's only the protagonist that has a character arc, and supporting characters often don't. They often remain static. And they use the example of the Joker being a really interesting and compelling character, but often doesn't actually have character arcs. And then talked about Star Wars, and people disputed. They're like, oh, I think that he's Chewbacca doesn't really have a character arc in Star Wars, and many of these other people don't really have character arcs in Star Wars. The people who are not the main characters. And he was and the people responded yes, they do. And there was a bunch of debate about that. And I was like, okay, I'm not interested in that. But what I would say is, this is actually about, so if we want to stay in a narrative space, there's a lot of media, there's a lot of stories that do not work this way. We are currently in peak TV, where we assume where all of our great TV is serial, where it is in season-long arcs, and this is how we're framing everything. And this goes and ties in, of course, to the idea that the best art follows that three-act or five-act narrative structure. But there's a lot of media that just doesn't do that. And I had brought up Max Rider. We people have odd thinkings, right? Peaks over. And so what I was saying is that for the longest time before we had peak TV, for a lot of reasons, we just didn't do this at all for the most part, right? Most TV, primetime TV, was episodic and not serial, mostly because TV shows would go into syndication, and these other smaller channels would play reruns, but they might play them out of order, so you never knew what order the reruns were going to be aired in. And so they created shows where the characters themselves actually don't change so much. That's not the point of it, where everything is contained within the episode, and the characters themselves are fairly static in terms of, they don't have character arcs, right? Yeah, as Krellin says, yeah, what if I want to play an archetype? right? And that's the point. There's a whole bunch of media that is based on archetypes as opposed to like a hero's journey. And those stories are just as valid, and they're not necessarily shallow or not interesting. Rissa says, "So, Trooper, Mark is going to run horror on the Orient Express. Ooh, but he's decided he wants to try running it using Cortex Prime. Oh, interesting. Curious what your thoughts are on adapting Cthulhu to Cortex." Oh, that's interesting. So Cortex is what they use for Buffy and Angel. And what else uses Firefly? I think also uses Cortex. It'll be a different vibe. I think it'll be a bit pulp. Everybody, excuse me for one moment. I'm going to create a fire right now because we have to. Right now, fire, fire. Here we go, fire. Add fuel, right there. Go. Yep, Hi, how are you, wolves? How are you? I hope you're well. I'm going to have to shoot you, though, because I do not want you trying to kill me. We're in a space. Excuse me. I almost had it, but I wanted to wait. It's fine, it's fine. We're gonna have to kill some wolves. I just want you to know it. We've got a situation in our hands. I didn't even point anything at you, wolf. Okay. Hi. Ooh, almost had you. I'll wait. I'll wait. Goodness. By the way, I'm gonna be a little distracted because I've got wolves trying to murder me. And I just have to deal with this for a moment, you know? And once I deal with this, I'm gonna be able to sort of come back to your faces and see what you're saying. Wolves. Wolves. Oof. I didn't even point at you this time. Almost. I was like, almost gonna pull trigger. Almost. I wanted that one to come back. Y'all, we're gonna just, you know... We're gonna... I wonder if I should kneel, if that'll be better. Because that... I mean, maybe. Sorry, I'm not looking at chat right now, but, I can throw torches, it is true, but I want to shoot one and take its meat and eat it. You know what I mean? Like, I just want to, like, murder it and then have it for food, for breakfast. That is my goal. That would be lovely if I could just, you know, do a bit of murder. Yeah, I'm gonna give him the business. Hello, how are you? All right, it's okay. Just give us a second. It's gonna come over here. We're gonna get it. We're talking about characters not changing, but also the thing is, I think that there's a, and I want to sort of say I think there's an assumption that if you don't do that, your art is like, it's not art, it's shallow. But there are a lot of things that people think of as like really good art where characters do that, you know? And I was thinking about examples of this. I mean, I really do want to kill it. I do want to just, I want to kill one. Is really what I want. Because I could use actually some more wolf meat, you know? That would be not bad to just have some right about now. Hi, how are you? One's coming back. It's cool. Let's see. These wolves. We're gonna just be in this moment. But they inadvertently change. Usually serious characters become more silly and silly characters become more serious. I like long story arcs. I love Babylon 5 and Farscape. The flares. Good thing you have cleaned that gun. Yes. Dr. Leonard Bones book never had a character arc. He was always a semi-contextual doctor. Actually, I almost had that one. I was distracted and I could have gotten that one. Hi. Could have gotten that one too. You know, how's it going, Fire? 43 minutes, that's cool. We're good, we're good. Hi, wolves. How are you? How's it going? Jump awake! Hi. One's coming. And often if you're doing episodic, you can't always even refer to former events because you don't actually know if, you know what I mean? Like if they're going to be able to have seen that episode or not. All right, let's see. Here we go. I would like to murder some wolves. And I'm very excited about this. Sorry, I knew I should not have taken that. I knew I shouldn't have taken that hit. I know it. That was not the moment to take that shot. I know it. I know I wasn't there. I know it. Oh, hey! Jump it. That's a great idea. Ooh, I hit that one. It didn't kill it, though. What a great idea. You're right. I should boil some water. Thank you. That's a great idea. While I'm here, I might as well just boil some water. Thank you. Thank you. That's very practical. Thank you. Also, I totally, I wonder if they're gonna just, like, go away forever. No, one of them's coming back. That's a good idea about the water. Got 31 minutes. I can probably put a little bit more in there. Hello, how are you? No, not there yet. Jump awake. I appreciate that. I appreciate the fire. I appreciate that very much. Let's do that. I probably didn't have to use that one. 850. Oh, thank you. All right, let's go with these wolves. They're just kind of like chilling. I probably should have used the cedar rather than the fir. Anyway, let's see what we got. We're gonna wait for this one to come back, and then we'll hit it. Ooh, they're both coming back. How great. Hey, I did hit that one in the flank, by the way. It didn't kill it, though, but irritatingly enough. But I did. I did hit it. Gonna just say that for the record. How you doing? All right, and, you know, while I'm here, might as well eat some banged up pork and beans while I'm here. The one attempt at character growth for Beverly Crusher is generally considered among the worst episodes of TNG. Also, her growth was learning that changing her character was bad. In Real Housewives, Bone fluctuated from a smart doctor Gambit, yeah. Okay, so... Oh, nice. Maggie says hi. Nice. All right, so that was great. Are you all going to come back? I mean, I'm here to shoot you. Are you... Look, there's the little wolf morale bar says they're not actually finished. So I don't trust it. I don't want to just, like, head out thinking everything is fine because I feel like it's not fine, everyone. But what do you... So anyway, I'm going to wait here just a little bit longer just to see if they show back up. So here's the thing, right? I was thinking about when people think about episodic TV, when they want to be, like, dismissive, they'll probably just, like, name, like, a sitcom because we have a bias against comedy. But Columbo was episodic, right? Columbo's episodic TV where Columbo doesn't change at all. And people think of Columbo as, like, some of the greatest TV ever. Here we go. They're back. I knew they weren't going to leave. Hey, wolves. How you doing? Just, hanging out? Okay. I am going to shoot you, though. The best thing about Columbo is that he's always Columbo. Yeah, and, like, the thing is that people, like, that's really good. And, like, the Avengers is episodic, and their characters don't change. And I was thinking, actually, there are a lot of things where characters don't do a lot of changing, right? Pulp serials. How's that going over there? Well, okay. Pulp serials, oftentimes comic books as well, or they'll just keep resetting the character over and over again. A lot of procedural TV shows, pulp novels. Like, Doc Savage doesn't really change, you know? Law and Order, the long-term TV show in prime time is episodic. Yeah. Why? Columbo is boring. They show you the murder from the beginning. no, see, the thing is, if you like Columbo's not boring because the excitement of Columbo is not to guess who did it. The excitement of Columbo is to try to figure out how Columbo's going to catch the murderer. Because Columbo also often knows who did it from the beginning of the episode as well. Or very quickly. Columbo usually figures out who did it within the first quarter of the episode. But the trick becomes how to catch them, right? How to actually get them to how to prove it, right? How to actually get the evidence on them. Same thing as like what is it? What's the that TV show about the lawyer? What's his face? Yeah, the fun is watching him put it all together and have to kill it. Yes, Columbo isn't a whodunit; it's a howdunit. That's exactly right. That's exactly right. And then what's the one about the lawyer? Who's like the whole thing is like they try to get the person to like break down on the stand and admit it, and so you know who did it, but we can't get them to prove it. What's the one? How to catch them and how to prove it. Yes, exactly. I wish I could remember his name. Perry Mason. Thank you, Prax. Perry Mason. That's what I was thinking of. I was thinking of Perry Mason. Yes. And so like they're different. Yeah. And so the thing is there's and also like Commedia dell'arte often doesn't have character growth. There are a lot of media where it's actually not about change in that way. And the shows are still very interesting, or the media or the books are still very interesting. And the characters can be very deep still. They don't have to be shallow. They can still be very deep. It's just that, like, I don't know if Sherlock Holmes changes a whole lot. Right? It's about having a character that's already where they want to be and then seeing that character do things. It's just a different Murder, She Wrote's another one. Yeah, absolutely. And so I think it's not particularly fair. And then I put the next part in when it comes to the idea of a character arc. Do you know what games have character arcs built in pretty hardcore? Oh, hey, our wolves are done. So, since our wolves are done, I'm going to just pass the time until this water is ready. I'm going to take it. I'm going to take my cooking pot. I'm going to drink a bunch of water because we have a whole lot of water right now, which is going to make our weight is probably a little bit ridiculous. Actually, it's not that ridiculous. So it's not the worst. We're going to just take a bunch of torches while we're here. I would have liked, honestly, to have killed a wolf and ate that wolf for dinner, but it's not our life right now. DSB says, I think the idea of character arcs being meaningful to the story is also kind of misleading because all of the sequel series genres that are just the same arc book to book but with different people. Oh, that's true too, actually. Yeah. And I think that this is one of the like what's the word? Fallouts of peak TV. We started now think that this is like because the thing is this fits in with the kind of traditional Shakespearean narrative structures we think is so great, but like there are other narratives. So here's the thing I wanted to say. They were coming at it very specifically from a narrativist point of view, but they didn't realize they were because they kind of were just like they had a bias they didn't realize they had. It's a thing that happens. And so what I want to say is you want to know what game has built in this idea of a character arc? D&D. D&D with its class level based system is 100% the zero to hero arc, progressive arc that this person who's coming from a narrativist space thinks no game has. It's just that the arc is not necessarily an internal emotional one. It's a progression of power one. But a lot of games like D&D do have built in a character arc in their mechanics. It's just not an internal psychological one. So I'm just saying that those things are 100% present often is all I'm saying. All I'm saying. So by the way, I actually think we should probably not go fishing. We should probably just head directly to the town hall, even though the fishing place is right here. I don't know. I'll think about it. I'm going to think about it. I'll think about it. So yeah, and I think that you can do, yeah. And I think that character change is different than a character arc. Right? And I think that's something that I think there's a lot of things being conflated there, right? character arc is being conflated with character change, and those things are not necessarily the same. You can have character change without having a traditional arc. And also, traditional character arc is being equated with what makes a character interesting and compelling, which also is not necessarily true. 3 a.m. Perfect time to order Uber Eats. Yes, let's see. I'll be heading out in 20 minutes, so chat will need to nag you about logging off. Okay, I'm going to log off like in, 15, 20 minutes. I was jumping into real life. Someone rang a doorbell at 3 in the morning, and the building is so quiet, maybe jump. Another nice one that wasn't always murder was like, yeah, absolutely. I'm going to go feed the kitties with the good food I still have. Yes, if you finish feeding them and we're still here, then we'll still be here. But look, I'm telling you, I need to know where there's a workbench other than close to... I need a workbench. I need a workbench that is close to the town hall. And I don't know if there is one, and that makes me sad.
Come on to my house.
Stanny! Come on to my house, come on. Come on to my house, come on. Come on to my house, I'm gonna give you candy. Come on to my house, I'm gonna give you everything. Steady! I was just thinking about you, Destiny. How are you? What were you streaming? We're talking about characters. Welcome in, Raiders. Stenny's awesome, by the way. I love Stenny. Stenny's just smart, cool, and kind, and awesome. And full of awesomeness. Hey, what were you streaming? What were you doing? We are taking a slightly slow walk because we're slightly encumbered on our way back to the town hall so that we can probably take one more trip out that is less than wise before we leave the area forever. This is just what I'm saying. I have feelings about it. It sounds like you're talking about yourself, actually. I was looking, but still over here. Thank you for the raid. Short answer: the workbench is at the Red Barn, and workbench is the signal. Yeah, so we were at the radio station. I know that one, and I know the workbench at the Red Barn. The PV farmhouse is the PV farmhouse where Molly is with her murder friends. Babaginator, because I know that there's one. So here's the thing, right? I know that there is one, like over here. Wait. I know the one that's here. Molly's barn. There's one there in Molly's barn. There's one over here. But you were saying there's one in one of these Pleasant Valley farmhouses, which is much closer. So I feel like we can do that, right? We can grab up some stuff, drop some stuff, go over here, try to find the workbench up there, make some good pants, fix some stuff, and then make her way out. I feel like that is a doable situation and not bad. We have so much water right now. That is partially why we are over encumbered, but I think it'll be okay. We're also going to eat these sardines. We probably should not have had water first, but it's life. Nothing in Thompson Crossing. Because I looked through all those buildings in Thompson Crossing, I didn't find one, and I was like, come on, people. Come on. Slightly. Thank you for the shout out. We were playing more Dragon Age. Ooh, what were you doing in game? Also, I need to ask you more questions about your Dragon Age Inquisition. I have follow-up questions. I hope it did well. I saw some of Ori talking about being a superior navigator. I also think, I want to know about how your character's doing. DSB says, I also think character arc sometimes gets conflated with plot arc. Yeah, Knives Out is a critically acclaimed movie, but it's a whodunit murder mystery. There's no character arc. There's just a reveal that someone who seems decent is a bad person. Absolutely. Yes, use the Red Barn since it's not tied to anything in story mode, and so should be available. Okay, good, thank you. We were trying to beat some Tevinter mages to a lost dwarven tig. Oh. Are you romancing anyone in this game? Yes or no? Is that a wolf? Because here's the thing, y'all. If you notice, I'm a little bit light on food. So, if I could kill a wolf, that is a wolf. That's a wolf. I wouldn't be like... so sad. Do you know what I mean? Like, it wouldn't be like the worst thing in the universe. Speaking of this, I'm gonna just pull out a torch so that when the wolf decides it wants to hang out with me, I can throw a torch at it and then try to shoot it. So I'm gonna also save. We're gonna just save. You know what I mean? It's just gonna be a little bit of a save moment. I'm flirting with Josephine, the Iron Bolt, and Scott Harding. Yeah, here we go. Here we go, my friends. Let's just light this, shall we? Hi. Oh, I see you. No. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. Ha! Be afraid of me. Also, I'm gonna shoot you right now. Oh, I shot your leg, but it didn't kill you. But I really do want to kill this wolf. It would be really great. Oh, look, I'm hitting the wolves. I'm hitting them. I'm hitting them. I want you to know that I am hitting them. Hey, hey, Bradhood80, how are you? I do want to point out, for the record, I did actually hit those wolves. I was not incompetent at it. I was successful at hitting them. I feel like it's unfair that I was not able to kill them. It's just my feeling. Just how I'm going with it. Hey, Brad. Okay, hold on. We didn't actually... we did. We ate the last wolf we shot. And... are they... I feel like they're going to come back. Right? Come on. Right? More wolves? I bet they won't come back until after my torch is expired, which is rude. Look, I don't want much in my life. I just want to kill a wolf and then have it for breakfast, which I don't think is too much to ask. You know what, while we're here, I'm going to just pick up this torch, and I'm going to start walking. Because if they're going to come at me, I might as well keep moving. Right? Might as well just keep being productive while we're here. I do want to go fishing, but I'm not going to. We're gonna just be productive while we're here. Like, just, you know, yeah. Now you know how bunnies feel. I feel like it's different. Here they come. Hi. I'm gonna throw this at you. And then, are you gonna, like, is this a thing, wolves? Are you gonna come back so that I can shoot you for breakfast? Or are you gonna stay away? Because I want to know. Pure energy. Look. Here's the thing. If that wolf eats me, which has happened, that's what happens. That's how it is. You know that documentary that I haven't seen? Grizzly Man? What is the wolf doing? What is that wolf doing? I don't even know. My torch. I can't even tell you. Wolves gotta eat. It's the battle of the... So there was that documentary, right? Grizzly Man? You could stay as breakfast. And it was about the guy that... who would go and hang out with wolves... grizzly bears, pardon me. With grizzly bears in... like, Alaskan forests. And the... the people that work at the parks, you know, the forest rangers were like, stop it. Bears are not your friends. They're dangerous predators and they will eat you. And he's like, no, they're not. Oh gosh, here we go. This is going to be a problem. Light source. Torch. Use. I can't use it. Okay. Lighting. Oh gosh, here we go. Okay, here we go. Come on. Lighting. Here we go. First off, why are you even still here? Why don't you just leave me alone? I'm not even here for you right now. You're not my friend. Right, he's like, they're my friends. And they're like, these are not your friends. Oh, by the way, how irritating, because the wolves are now done. Whatever. Right, look, there's one right over there. Interesting. I'm going to, if you don't mind, just pick up this torch. Keep moving. I'm going to just keep moving a little bit. So, Right. So this guy would every year he'd go and like sleep with bears in their caves, in the bear caves, and hang out with them. And he would do this every year and he'd film himself. Anyway, he was murdered by bears, is what I'm trying to tell you. This is long and short of it. He was murdered by bears because it turns out that bears are not your friends, they're bears. And some bear, they ate him, they mauled him. And it was all him and his girlfriend. And it was recorded all on video, his video. And Werner Herzog ended up doing a documentary on him, made like a documentary about this guy, did not include the footage where he was murdered and mauled by a bear. And because that would be sort of inappropriate and terrible. But yeah, I just feel like if you hang out with bears, you're probably going to get murdered. And if the bears murder you, that's kind of on you. Do you remember when somebody like went into like a lion's enclosure and then like got mauled? Everyone's like, oh my God, you have to kill the lion. I was like, why would you kill the lion? That person should not have been in the lion enclosure. There's no reason to kill the lion. It's not the lion's fault. Some person walked into the lion's enclosure. Lions will attack you. This is just like, what do you, come on. My dad has a good friend who was a park ranger. When he was doing his first job out in Montana, he was present during a bear attack that changed the policy for what guns Montana park rangers carried. Oh, what was the change? From what to what? That's interesting. Also, I don't have a lot of food. You know? Just see what I'm saying to you? I just don't have a lot of food. And it would be great if I did. It would be great if there was like more food in my life than what there currently is. But like, I don't know, if wolves attacked me, I could kill one. Look, I shot both wolves. I connected with both of those wolves. There was blood on the ground. I clearly hit them. This game does not want me to have wolf sausage. From 38 Special to a 44 Magnum. Oh, interesting. Have I had any food tonight? I had breakfast. I had chili for brunch. Once I do have food in the fridge that I can nuke, just sort of, you know, heat up. So once I get done with this, I'm gonna just microwave some food and eat it. I've got some mac and cheese and that'll be good. I'm gonna eat something, I swear. I promise. I've got food. I'm gonna eat it and everything. Like it's like totally legit. Prax and I are gonna go and see Garth Brooks together really soon, by the way. Prax and I are gonna see Garth Brooks in concert. Scabby Deck. They were releasing a bear back into the wild, and instead of just running as fast as it could like they had always done, it turned around and swatted the cage, which the person who opened the cage was standing on top of. I'm just saying that, like, I always feel like it's really weird when we're like, oh, we love the animals in the wild. And then when the animals from the wild do the things that animals from the wild do, we're like, oh, we don't like that. We should kill them. And I was like, or maybe don't hang out in their space. You know what I mean? That's all. Yeah, I'm so excited for Garth Brooks. I am excited. I was just... So there is a music festival that happens... How dumb can people be if you hang out with bears and you end up as a snack? That is, I mean, like, yeah, right? That's Ice Buddy. Yeah, maybe just leave... Yeah, maybe just leave the animals alone. Would be like... Yeah. You know, it's like, this happens in California. I don't know where else it happens, but in California, Southern California, really rich people are moving further and further out into, like, the wilds of California because they want to, like, I don't know, be away from the poor people. And this landscape, by the way, is really beautiful. And what they tend to do is move into fire zones, which is not a good... Like, there are some rabbits out there that I could kill and eat. But I feel like I don't have... Well... We could try to kill a rabbit. Yeah, you know? We can see we can see if we could hit one. I don't know if I actually will be successful at hitting one of these rabbits and murdering it for breakfast, but, I mean, we could try. And if we get one, then at least we have some rabbit meat, and that's something. Right? I mean, that's better than nothing. I do not know if I'll be successful, so I'll just do like 1 or 2 shots as an attempt. I'm not going to go full on like hardcore about this, but just see what we can do. I'm going to go with the pistol rather than the rifle because I feel like I don't need a huge rifle to kill a rabbit. Oh, man. I thought I was on that one. All right, well, I suppose no rabbit for today. That's fine. We'll just keep going. All right. We'll get there. That's the thing. Yeah, it was the 70s, so who knows what they were doing. If you don't want to waste bullets, you could try rock throwing. Stenny, I have tried rock throwing, and I'm so bad at throwing rocks at rabbits. And then when I threw a rock at the rabbit and went to go get it, then it popped up and ran away. And I like spent all that time stalking that rabbit, and I didn't even get anything out of it. It was so sad. Also, I'm getting a little tired. Not me, but my character. Run. I thought you probably wouldn't be able to run up to a stunned rabbit enough with... Yes, that was also... Yeah. Okay. Oh, do some good life board gaming. Do that. And I'm not too much longer. So, there was something. Yeah. Right. So rich people, they do this thing. They move into like the... Rissa knows, because Rissa is out in SoCal as well. They move into areas that are in the fire zones. Like they build these like cabins, these ranch houses in fire zones. Maybe don't build your ranches in fire zones. It's a bad idea. And then these are also places that are still kind of wild, SoCal wild places. Then they have these like tiny toy poodles that they let run around, and then mountain lions eat them. And they're like, we need to kill all the mountain lions. Like, or maybe you do not move into mountain lion territory and then let your small toy poodles run around unsupervised because they're mountain lions. And I'm going to tell you, those mountain lions are going to eat your toy poodle. Don't be surprised. And like, maybe don't kill the mountain lion. It's not the mountain lion's fault. It's kind of your fault for hanging out in mountain lion land. I personally am not going to blame a coyote or a mountain lion for eating things that I put in its home. DSP says small toy poodles probably taunted them. They probably did. They're like, hey, mountain lion. But you know what, though? See, this is the thing. DSB is not joking. Small dogs are very yappy and kind of aggressive, right? Toy poodles are aggressive dogs that, what that's they probably did actually. And the lions get sad and hungry at no time. Yeah, toy poodles are food. Yes. And Scabiac is like, yeah, it's a. I'm gonna stop streaming in like 3 to 5 minutes. What I'd like to do is just see if I could get to the town hall because that's a good stopping spot. I would rather stop in the town hall than like out here, even though I still have some concerns about food. So when we start next time, we're gonna have to get food because we really don't have a lot of food left. But I do think because we are not that close. We're not that far from Thompson's Crossing. I think we can make it to Thompson's Crossing before I shut off the game. This is my thought. And then, right, we're at Thompson's Crossing. I make some mac and cheese, and all is good. Hawkeye says, I never understood how people seem to think that wild animals don't behave like wild animals. Yeah. Ha ha ha. Is the dog not a mirror of the owner? Says Ice Buddy. Yeah. Maybe. Scabbydack says, oh, Valtiel says, I was looking at house prices in SoCal. I figured out that if I worked really hard someday, I might be able to get an empty lot way out in the desert. Hey, you know what, Valtiel? You can probably get a house in Trona, way out in the desert. Trona's in the desert. Like, places, here's the thing. Places that are very cheap often don't have jobs or are very remote. Like, this is, that's kind of what's happening right now in a very frustrating way. Yeah. Scamax says, didn't several breeds start out being bred to hunt small rodents and such? Yes. You want to mean. Yes. That's the thing. Poodles were hunting dogs, right? They were originally hunting dogs. A lot of those smaller dogs were mean hunting dogs. Like, because they were like attacking rodents or like, I don't know. Terriers, right? Terriers also were like hunting dogs. Yeah. Why are we carrying the whole town on our back? Because because we just have to make it to the town and then we can repair our gear and then we will have less stuff. Also, a lot of what's going on right now is that we have a lot of we're carrying a lot of water. Also, why is my carrying capacity a little less right now. Why is that, do you think? What's going on with that? What's happening? I don't know. Oh, probably because I'm a little bit tired. But you know what we can do right now? By the way, just thought about it. We can see if there is any clothing that we have that we need to repair. Because if so, like, because it got, like, hit by wolves or whatever. If so, we can just do a repair, and that repair will probably take up a little bit less, like, then we're just carrying a little bit less. Doesn't seem like a lot less, but a little. We're on our way. I'm not technically injured. I just think I'm, tired because my. Ooh. Hey, you know what I just thought? Just thought about it. I can take one of my energy drinks, like my little this one, the Go energy drink. Just drink it. It's like a quarter of a. Woo! Look at that. And all of a sudden, I've got full weight capacity again. I'm probably going to be really fatigued later, but, right? Yes. Let's see. Tiny and Yappy sounds like a person next door to me. Yeah. Also, in case I can't come back to type, much support, thoughts, and luck on all these deadline things. Thank you, Crit Twitch. It's actually, I've got to tell you, these next 4 days are going to be a little bit intense because it's a lot of people emailing me about like their grades because they didn't do the stuff they need to do. Now they want to know if they can get whatnot, and the answer is no. It's managing all the grading process for myself and the TAs. It's getting all that done, but I still have 4 job interviews, not me, but that I'm the interviewer. To do another, I've got to do an orientation for the prison initiative because I'm teaching in a prison next week, so I've got to do a orientation with the Department of Corrections tomorrow morning. There's just like a lot happening, as a matter of fact, at this moment, just how that is. So it's a lot that has to happen, and which means I'm going to have to do a bulk of my work on Saturday after my morning stream because I don't have another game on Saturday. And then Sunday, actually, I've got Call of Cthulhu and Witcher, so I can't do a lot of work on Sunday. So I've got to do most stuff on Saturday and also probably stay up late. That's about what it is. There's a wolf over there that I would love to kill and eat for breakfast, but we're not going to do that because we just want to make it to the Thompson's Crossing and then stop the game, right? Like we've got a goal, which is to get to Thompson's Crossing, do some inventory management, go out, gather our supplies, repair all of our, go to that barn, repair our stuff at the workbench, and then probably get some food, come back, grab what we're gonna grab, and then go, and then leave. That's our. So we're gonna I think we're gonna leave this Pleasant Valley next Thursday, probably. Yep, there goes my fatigue. That's what happens with energy drinks. Let's see. Scabianak worked with a guy who did guided college students on camping trips. Oh, he was in a program about outdoor entertainment. Oh, that's interesting. And said it was a common thing to realize he was no longer being followed and go back only to find a group of college students in a circle around a rattlesnake getting close. Come on, college students. Getting closer. I would really be very stressed out by that, right? People do weird things around wild animals when they aren't used to wild animals. Yeah. Poodles were used for hunting in ditches and pools of water. Puddle dogs. Oh, that's cool. That's interesting. By the way, right now, we are avoiding those wolves. Because 80% of the stream is telling you to drop stuff. But I'm gonna look, I'm gonna put a bunch of stuff in the thing, and we're gonna be like really super unencumbered when I go off to do the repairs next week. Like everyone's gonna be proud of me because I'm really gonna just like I'll be under encumbrance next time, just for like briefly. It won't be forever, but it will be, briefly. It's gonna be great, and everyone's gonna be proud of me. And Yeah. Tiny dogs are all bred for a purpose. Only the big ones like St. Bernards are chill and drooling messes. Yeah. Go, energy drink. Eat some meth chocolate and get back to hiking. Try to throw something. Too bad. Too many gears. Too bad to carry too many gears. I'm gonna drop some stuff, but you know, we're like almost at Thompson's. Like it's right over there, and we'll get in there. We can drop some stuff. It'll be great. We'll be healthy and wealthy and wise, and I'll feel good about my life. Do not have your phone on you. Look, we're right there, and we're also still actually moving. It's not the worst, and then we'll just like drink a little bit of fluids, and it's our lack of food. You know, that's really the sadness. But here's the thing that I'm thinking about that I'm worried about for next week. I'm gonna have to sleep. Do you know? Like this is like a like it's we're gonna have to sleep, and when we wake up, we're gonna be hungry. Luckily, we do have one MRE, so I think what we're gonna have to do is gather up the appropriate supplies to like make some better pants and repair our jacket and all that stuff. And then we're gonna have to head off to that barn, decide what comes first, fishing or barn, do all that repair, go fishing, get a bunch of food, and then come back to this place, cook everything, and then go leave the town. I just asked myself a question. Thank you, Voltiel. Look, all we got to do is get into that building, and once we get into that building, our stream time is done, and then I am gonna go and start doing some work. Yeah. By the way, what a lovely stream today. How nice, huh? Y'all, do you know how long I've been playing? Let's see. Is your character peeing in the woods? You know, input output. Maybe. Don't forget you wanted to. I did. Oh, Donal, thank you so much. I wanted to send a message about an RPG thing that's important. Right now, I'm in the middle of casting for an RPG that's going to start up June 1st. Is what our goal is. So, I've got like another a little over 2 weeks to finish casting, and we've got everybody cast except for one person that we're waiting to hear back from. And that's going to be exciting. We're just waiting to hear back from one person, and hopefully we can find out soon, so then I can get on the things that I need to do for this. And then there's like another thing that I need to, don't always remind me, a thing I need to send out a message about. That's a thing that I have to do. And then I have to send another message about RPGs, as a matter of fact. So this one I can tell you because it's not a secret. I can tell you something, but not fully. We're gonna finish Kolos June 10th is like the last episode of Kolos for the season, and we probably will not pick back up again until after Gen Con, so August, which means I've got because that gives the cast a good like month and a half or so, June, July, August, like a good 2-month break. But I want to run RPGs on Fridays during that break. And I've got ideas about the things that I want to run, all of which are very exciting. One of which I just need to send an email to, confirm. Oh, I get it. She's doing that business when the game is turned off. Maybe, yes. Look, here we are, going to make it to where we need to be, and everything is going to be great. Ta-da! I am very excited about it. So I'm excited about that, and that's probably going to be a little short shot that I want to do. I also want to do some things maybe on a Sunday perhaps, and I have some ideas about that. So, but I can't do as much as I would like until after school is over, and I have time to think about it. Yes, okay. Look, and we've got cured guts, cured wolf pelts, cured deer hides. Those things are still fresh, but that's okay. That's okay. Now, before we go, I just want to check to see if I need a bench to repair this. I don't. I'm going to... Right, okay. So I think I have some cured rabbit pelts in that box. And I'm gonna just, I believe I do. And if so, I'm just gonna go pick it up, do that repairs while I'm doing my outro. So, everyone, thank you all for being here. I am, do we have rabbit? What is this? Leather, cloth. Oh, come on. Where's my rabbit? I think my rabbit is my rabbit not curing? What? Come on. Come on. I feel like I have rabbit, right? Oops. Cured rabbit pelt. I feel like I have rabbit pelt. This is kind of messed up. And I feel attacked by the lack of rabbit pelt. That's all I'm saying. I'm feeling attacked. Because look, that's at 53%, and that is no good. That's no good. But it's okay. Right now, I'm going to. Well, the rabbit sure weren't. No, but I didn't I pick up some rabbit pelts? Isn't that what I did? Maybe I didn't do it. Maybe I just thought I did, but then I didn't actually. So we've got some gut deer hide. I really feel like I have rabbit hide. Do I not? Do I not? Don't I? Look, what is this? Cloth, deer hide, and... Oh, I don't have any rabbit hide. What is up with that? Yeah, I'm here. I'm going to save and quit. That's it. I'm saving and quitting. That's it. Like, right now, there's going to be quitting happening and also saving. Saving and quitting. Yeah. I feel like I should have... yeah, no, I'm going. I have to go. Right? This is it. I didn't mean to rest. I just meant to go. I just meant to pick that up. Just pick it up. So anyway, look, let me tell you what's up. I am going to eat my very last food and then drink water, and then I'm saving and going. But look, see, where can you find me? What's next and exciting? You can find me tomorrow at noon on my channel, noon Eastern, for save, confirm, save. Yes. And quit, confirm. So you can find me at noon tomorrow on my channel for The Outer Worlds. And then on Sunday at 8 p.m. Eastern at Praxagora, that's Mafore, you can find me for The Witcher Roads Home, where, you know. And then I do not think I've got anything special next week for gaming purposes, just the regular. So like Thursday, oh, wait, today's Thursday. I'm sorry, tomorrow at 8 p.m. City of Light and Shadow, 8 p.m. Eastern, City of Light and Shadow on this channel. Sorry, tomorrow's Colas Day. I thought tomorrow was Saturday. It's not. So here's the thing. Tomorrow, Colas, we've got the full team, but some people have to leave early for reasons, and we're going to see what that means. And don't let me, yes, and Outer Worlds is Saturday. So don't let me forget. I've been reminded about it. I need to have a roll made, and I need to contact some people. So, City of Light and Shadow, we have 5 episodes left in the season, and things are happening. Big things are happening, and I don't know how it's all gonna go. I don't know how it's all gonna go. We will find out. So see me and Colas tomorrow, or Outer Worlds on Saturday. Or Praxagora, the Small Race channel for Witcher on Sunday. And also, here's all my socials, right? You can find me at Atomic Foxhole on Twitter. If you want to support the RPGs on this channel, you can join the Patreon, which is also Atomic Foxhole, and that goes to pay for the cast and art and all that kind of stuff. And you can then find me on YouTube at Trooper SJP, here at Trooper SJP, and we also have a Discord that you can join and hang out and talk with us. And now, once school ends, I've got a bunch of stuff I want to catch up on, which will be like fun stuff for you all. So that's what I got. So I'm going to go and eat some food. I've got some food. I've got some food to eat. So, is it bad that I'm more curious about androids prax? Uh, I have thoughts on that, and I'm curious to how that plays. Ooh. Emails do not write themselves. All right, I'm gonna go grab some food before I've got some work to do. So, my friends, take care of yourselves. Thank you so much for being here. I'm not going to raid because in a half hour is Critical Role, and KY Hawkeye will be hosting. I will not be hosting this week because I'm still catching up, you know. And KY Hawkeye will be hosting Critical Role on his channel. Go over there. He's got food and a robot and diet water, and also, I think, nachos. So go over there and hang out, and I will be hosting soon. And it's been lovely for all of you all, and I will catch you all on the flip side. Bye, everybody.